Hello, all you beautiful, 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 beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. It's your favorite dad here, coming at ya with an eyeshadow toot. Today we're going to be learning how to do this BEAUTIMOUS, purpley, shiny, shimmery, fancy, pink-y, smoky eye. I'm going to show you how to do it easy, I'm going to show you how to do it fast, and I'm going to show you what to do if you mess up. You know the drill, you want to see it, let's get it. I have done my base. Typically, I do my eyeshadow first. Like, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Usually I don't do my base, but for videoing purposes, I thought it would look better if I did my base. So here we are. I don't have anything on my eyes because I want to talk about brushes. I have two brushes. These are both Morphe brushes, very fancy. So we have the M441 and the M433. Please clean your brushes, or at least like get one of those like little Veramona things and and clean them. Otherwise, your eyeshadows are gonna get muddy. Obviously, these ones are clean because they're brand new. They're brand new, out the pack, beautiful, ready to go. The M441 is a dome-shaped blending brush. Let's see if this will focus. So it's got a beautiful, beautiful dome shape. Very round, yes, we love that. This one is gonna be great for laying down transition shades and building up tones. The M433 has a lot of uses. I honestly sell this to people constantly just because there's so many ways that you can use it. So you can turn it this way. See how it's a little bit longer up and down? You can turn it this way and go into your crease to do kind of the same thing as this. You can also turn it so it's like horizontal, yeah, see that? Very flat. To get more of a defined and darkened color. You can also pick up product on what's called the belly of the brush, which is this part right here. Pick it up like so, like that, and pack it on. So we like that. We like that. We love multifunctional. I was thinking about what palette I should use, and I ended up just deciding on the James Charles palette. I'm going to use the mini one just because it's easier to hold and get in the frame. The other one is very large and in charge. We're going to be working out of this section here. We're going to do some purple. Why the f is somebody mowing the yard right now? If that's picking up on my microphone, I'm going to be pissed. Well, I was right. It was picking up on my microphone, so I decided to take a little break from filming and put on a lip gloss and make myself an iced latte. Back to work! Let's talk about eyeshadow primer. There are a lot of eyeshadow bases on the market. Pick whichever one you like. Doesn't matter. I'm going to be using the P. Louise one. Why? Because I have shitloads of it. I have a lot of this base and I need to use it. If you don't like eyeshadow bases, you can use a concealer. I would personally recommend using a matte concealer because I find with the dewy ones, they don't quite grip onto the pigments as much and they tend to crease a little bit more because of the hydrating agents. I'm going to use my base to actually carve out my eyebrow as well as cover the whole entire lid, prepping it for le shadow. I like to use a decently light base because I work with lots of colors and I want the colors to show up how they look in the pan. I'm gonna pat this everywhere. Usually I find that this doesn't go as quickly when I'm carving out my eyebrows, but I think because I just plucked them before this video that it is going 30 times easier than normal, which I appreciate that. Thank you to my eyebrows for cooperating at the time in which I needed you to cooperate. You guys are a real one. Once we have the base on, which we do, we can start getting into the eyeshadow. Like I said, we're going for a pinky purple moment, and by we I mean me, and if you choose to do that as well, awesome. Something to keep in mind when you're doing eyeshadow is how you pick up your product and how much you pick up is very important. I always pick up shadows just on the very tip top of the brush. You can tap off the excess if you want to, or you can leave it on there. If you're newer to eyeshadow, I would suggest tapping off the excess just to be safe. If you're kind of like intermediate, then you can leave it. You kind of learn how the eyeshadow is going to respond after you've used it a few times. I know we've all seen those videos where they're like the macro shot where they're close up rolling their whole entire brush in the shadow. And I'm just telling you, like, that is not the tea. You do not want to be picking up that much eyeshadow because it will go all over your face. I got my M441 with a little bit of that pink on there. I'm gonna kind of stamp it across my eye socket very lightly, very lightly. So I'm gonna stamp it on both sides. This is just to kind of prevent my base from creasing right there. And then we'll start to kind of blend it. Make sure that you're keeping an extremely light pressure as you're blending. We're doing kind of windshield wiper motions here, so just a little back and forth. You want to make sure that when you're blending that the bristles on your brush are just lightly tickling your face. Kind of like a feather. It's very gentle, very soft, very kind. If your bristles are going like this while you're blending, you're pushing too hard. You want to just keep your brush in pretty much the same shape that it is when you're not blending eyeshadow. This is not meant to be very bright. This is just a wash of color, okay? Next, we're gonna go into this pink purple shade. Same brush, just picking it up on the tip. And we're gonna go a little bit lower, very gentle. Then we'll start to incorporate more circular blending. So we were doing the windshield wiper, which feels good, right? But sometimes the windshield wiper doesn't blend things up how we need them to be. So we gotta switch it to like a little circle. Kind of like you're scrambling eggs in a pan. Again, keeping that super duper light pressure. If you want it to be lighter, obviously use less product and more blending. If you want it to be darker, still blend, but just use more product and go over it in more layers. It's better to pick up a small amount of product and keep adding more and more than it is to go in with too much product and then be like, oh shit. I'm actually going to use the same brush for this. However, the thing that I'm doing differently is instead of picking it up on the tip, I'm picking it up on the side. See how it's just on the side there, but not on this side? Just on this side. And I'm going to pack it onto the lid. Pack, 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 pack. And then we'll start doing that little scrambled egg. So I'm experiencing a little chalkiness. It's a little bit broken up on my lid, so I'm going to show you how to fix that. If you're trying to do a really dark smoky eye and the color on your lid doesn't quite come out as dark and as richly pigmented as you want it to be, instead of just wiping the whole thing off and starting over, you can salvage it by adding a shimmer shade. I'm gonna use the M433 now. I'm picking up this purpley shimmer shade, which is in that corner that we've been working out of. I'm gonna pick up quite a bit of this, a lot more than what we have been working with. I'm gonna coat the whole entire side of the brush. Then we're gonna hit it with some setting spray or water works, and we're gonna pack that onto the lid over all the areas in which it is breaking apart. Like so. Make sure you pack it up into the crease as well, and boom. Not only does this give us a richer pigment on this side, but it also has like a really pretty reflect to it, which gives it just a little bit of an extra pop for being a smoky eye. Now we're gonna do it again. If you do want to learn how to do a smoky eye with rich, deep pigment on the lid, I will make another video for that, but I feel like more often than not, especially while you're learning to do your makeup, we always mess up. Like, I wish that somebody would have taught me how to fix things when they weren't going my way, instead of me just being like, oh my god, I suck at makeup, like, ugh. It's really just about learning how to save what's already on your eye. That is a skill. Once that is done, it's optional. You can add shadow underneath your eye using the darkest shade that we used. There's really no cute way to do this, so I'm just gonna go in. Picking up a little bit on the tip of the M433 and then extremely lightly going back and forth. If you go in with too much eyeshadow on the bottom, you will get fallout everywhere. Boom, smoky eye. I am gonna do a little bit of liner only on this inner corner right here. I definitely do lashes like 100% of the time. Just gonna plop this lash on. One lash down, one to go. I felt like this was missing something, and I determined that what I thought it was missing was inner corner highlight. I'm using this glass slipper from Jordana Tisha. Love me a bright inner corner. And you know what? I'm gonna add a little under my brow as well. Just for fun. We have officially arrived at Finished Look Street. If you've made it this far into the video, go ahead and drop a comment with your favorite fruit. Mine is personally free shabakadu. Now, as your official dad, I can't end this video without an official dad joke. Each video from here on out is going to end with the dad joke of the day. With that being said, today's dad joke is as follows. Why don't eggs tell jokes? That's because they'd crack each other up. I know, good one. Just calm down, guys. If you like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, it's floating around here somewhere. You can just click. See you guys next time. Bye.